Welcome to Stop Whacking My Nuts. So what I see all the time is people get to a nut they want to take out and they instantly start getting a nut key and hammering the hell out of the nut in any random direction, hitting the rock, no real purpose to it. That is not good. That is whacking my nuts, and we do not like that. Another thing I see often is people take the quick draw for the rope and give everything a good flick. Watch what happens. When I try to flick it, it's going to twist the nut into the back of the crack. That is not how it went in. It came in from above in a vertical placement. If I try and flick it out, it could then catch the nut at the back and make it even more awkward to come out. Okay, so when I'm going to take a piece of gear out of the wall, I need to find a nice balanced position. This is slightly overhanging terrain, but I'm making sure that I've got feet nice and wide apart and I've got good handholds. Yeah, either one hand or both, but then I do need to take a hand off to be able to take my gear out. And that should be a good point where the person that placed the piece of gear has probably been in a similar position. What you want to do is look at where the nut has gone in. Okay, so we can see that there is a space above it in a constricting crack that's been pulled downwards in that direction there. So by hitting it backwards isn't going to do anything helpful. Here's a little close-up. So it's come in from this direction, from above, and is wedged in the crack. So it needs to go back up vertically. So first thing I want to do when I get to a nut is try and wiggle it free. Don't want to go straight for a nut key. Can I just wiggle it? Can I get really close to the nut, as close as I can in that crack, and just give it some wiggling? There we go, it's wiggling, and there we go, it's free. Yeah, that's stage one, because sometimes if people place nuts well, that's all it takes to get it out. I do not need to use a nut key every single time. If wiggling doesn't work, I can't wiggle it free, and I'm trying as much as I can, then we go for the nut key. So it's time to go to the nut key. My quick draw is still on my rope. Why? So that when it comes out, I'm not going to drop it down the bottom of the cliff. I've tried wiggling the nut out and it's not moving. So my next stage is to use a nut key. What we don't want to do is whack my nuts. I don't want to whack it in any random direction. That is not good. So what I'm aiming to do, look at where it came from. Came from directly up above and has gone down in. So I'm going to take my nut key, place it underneath my nut, use the back of my hand, the front of my hand, or a carabiner, and hit it vertically upwards. And there we go, we can see that's released the nut and easy to come out. I've got my nut free. How do I put it away on my harness? Still connected to the rope. If I can, I take the bit connected to the nut, clip it to my harness, and then take the quick draw off. That way it's connected to me or the rope at any point in time. Two ways I see quick draws put away wrongly with a nut. First way, take the nut out, not connected to the rope. Grab the long end of the quick draw. This is not good. And they take it and clip it to their harness. The nut is then dangling down beneath them. Not neat and tidy. Second method, same thing. They grab the wrong end of the quick draw, clip it on, and then they try to make an attempt of tidying it by taking the other carabiner and clipping that onto their harness as well. And then there's this weird loopy mess with the nut hanging down. Extendable quick draw, slightly different to a normal quick draw. I'm going to take my nut out, leave it on the rope as before, grab my quick draw. Then this requires me to maybe do it mid-rock, okay? Or if I can, take two hands off the wall to be able to do this. I'm going to take my quick draw, separate it out, put the carabiner that's not attached to the nut through the other one. At the same time I do that, I grab both rope loops and hold them up. Take the carabiner through, and then I clip my carabiner to where my hand is in the two rope loops. Let it go, turn it over, store it on my harness. This time we've got a cam to deal with. Should be a parallel crack that a cam's gone into. Got nice contact in the middle of each of the camming lobes. Okay. When we're taking a cam out, we need to grab the lever, squeeze it all the way, and then think about how it's gone in. Has it gone in straight in, or has it dropped into a deeper part of the crack and then moved into position? Use the cam, pull it out nice and gently, let go, turn it over, pop it on my harness. Cam has been extended outwards. So, similar thing, I need to take the cam out of the slot, then I can then take the cam off, grab the sling that's not attached to the carabiner, clip it on so it's through both strands, pull it tight, pop it on my harness. Okay, sometimes you might find someone has clipped the cam and put a quick draw onto it. So this time, I'm going to take the quick draw out, as long as I know the cam's going to stay there. I'm going to take the quick draw out, deal with the quick draw separately, take the quick draw, attach it to my harness, go for the cam, take the cam out, use some teeth if I need to, clip the cam to my harness. I've come across a sling that someone's used to put around a block here. So I need to deal with that sling. It can be quite awkward to put a sling away properly when I'm on a route. So I'm going to take the sling off, put it over my head, take one strand, clip it onto the other, put my arm through. Leave it like that until I get to the top. So I've got to the belay, want to give my sling back to my partner. I like ditching the carabiner, putting it somewhere safe on my rope loop, going to the stitching end, do a loop, bring it out, go to the stitching end, then twist it lots and lots, twist it, one end to the other, pull it nice and neat, take my carabiner, clip it to the top through every single rope loop, stored nice and neatly, ready to go back on my harness. Thank you for joining me on an episode of Stop Whacking My Nuts.